Hey, welcome. We're back. All right. Thank you for joining us. We were a little bit late, but that's okay. We are here to spoiler review of episode 4 of Andor called Adhani. Aldani? Okay. All right. Aldani. All right. Episode 4. I'm Kerwin. This is Keith.
Hello. You already know me.
All right. So thank you very much for joining us. We're going to ask you if you coming here for the first time, stick around. So we start off with, we pick up from episode 3. By the way, this episode is directed by Susanna White. It's written by Dan Gilroy, not Tony Gilroy, but Dan Gilroy. They are actually writing and directing episodes 4, 5, and 6. So I guess this is a new story arc because the first 3 episodes were written and directed by 2 different people. This, third of the episode is going to be directed by Susanna White and Dan Gilroy. All right. And if you notice, when we start off the episode...
Dan wrote it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. When we start off the episode, I don't know if you noticed, but the theme of Cassian Andor, that opening theme, it changes every episode.
Yeah.
There's a variation.
Apparently.
Of that theme. Yes. Okay. All right. So we start off with Cassian back on the ship.
He's going to Aldani, and now he's clean shaven.
Yes.
Not sure why that's important, but now he's going by the name Clem.
Clem, which is the
name of his stepfather. Yes.
Exactly, his adopted father. Yeah, absolutely. So the idea is that Luthen wants to recruit him to be a part of this cell. Right.
Yeah,
the idea,
rebel cell.
Right. There's a plan that he wants the group to infiltrate an Imperial section and steal the payroll. This is very interesting. All right. So
why is he stealing payroll, though?
Well, I mean,
it's not like they're gonna get paid that much anyway. They won't miss the cash.
Oh, you're talking about the Empire. You think they won't miss the payroll? Who knows?
They don't get paid that much, do they?
Well, we don't know, but doesn't matter because I'm sure they have a lot of money. Like this, the Empire, someone as big as the Empire, they're thieves as well. They may have stolen money from different planets, right? And the money doesn't even belong to them. So that's their plan. They want to steal from the Imperials. All right. Let me
Robin Hood style.
Exactly.
Steal from the rich and give to the poor.
That's right. Exactly. So let me just talk a little bit about Luthen Rail. This is a character that's being played by Stellan Skarsgård. Just wanted to talk about how the actor describes his role. He says he's complex and there's a lot of contradiction in him, which attracts me, the actor, because I really don't like the idea of good and evil people. That sort of binary way of looking at humanity, I think, is an incredibly dangerous way to look at humans. So I'm very grateful for the ambiguity of the character. He lives a kind of double life or maybe a triple life. We don't know. He actually has 2 characters in a way in this story, which makes him a lot of fun to play, going between these 2 rather different characters, right? And we'll talk about that. So when he drops off Clem,
he's like the parent. He's like, bye, kids. See you at the end of the day in school.
Exactly, right. So he has a conversation with the leader of this group. Her name is Vel. She needs help, but she knows nothing about Cassian Clem, nothing about his backstory, so she doesn't trust him.
I don't know why he's going by Clem, though. He could just use his real name.
That's a good point. Well, maybe not, because he's being sought after by corporate security, right? So if he uses his real name,
Premor reaches like wherever they are. I don't even know if they have communication systems.
No, I mean, I guess to be safe, because he's a wanted man. He doesn't want to use the name Andor or Cassian, right? Okay. All right. So Vel, she again doesn't want Cassian and Clem to be a part of this group, but she does what Luthen says, and she introduces Clem to the rest of the team. So it's a team of 6 members, right? Names are Skeen, Tamarin, Nemik, Cinta, And Lieutenant Gorn looks, I'm not sure, but it looks to me, yeah, it looks to me that he may be a part of the Empire, or he may be, working from inside, and he's actually working with this group to. Now it turns out that they're not only trying to steal the payroll, but they're actually going to take on a garrison, they say, an army of Imperials, which is
that's smart.
Yeah, which is interesting. So I don't know how that's going to work out. But
probably not well for them.
No, not well at all. All right. So then that's the storyline with Andor and these group of rebels.
Yeah, by the way, they gave Cassian a big task. They told him to memorize the specs of the ship by morning. But if you want him to be alert and up on the mission, why are you going to have him stay up all night and then wake up early too?
Yeah.
Like, if you want him to be alert, give the man 2 days.
Yeah, they're really putting pressure on him to really understand how to fly the ship. They gave him specs on the Imperial security.
Because it's like, hi, you're new here. Memorize this.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So they're going to put him to the test.
And don't sleep, but sleep.
Okay. All right. So let's get back to Luthen. All right. So Luthen drops off Clem and he takes off. And Luthen, actually, like we just talked about, has this double life that he's doing. Okay.
A weird double life.
Right. So he goes into the back of the ship and he has a mirror and he's got a makeup kit and he's got a wardrobe.
Gaudy outfits and like 10 rings.
Yes. He changes into.
Took off his wig.
Yeah. Well, he puts on a wig. Yeah. And he walks out and apparently he is posing as some kind of antiques dealer.
I think he was a fellow senator.
Yeah, well, we don't know. I mean, again, we don't.
Yeah, he has like a fake alibi for some reason. I don't know why though.
Okay, so we know that he does. Apparently, he's some type of art dealer, antiquities dealer. So he goes to a shop, and who shows up at the shop? Who stops by? Mon Mothma. So we see Mon Mothma for the first time in this series, right? Played by Genevieve.
We have been waiting for this.
Yes, and she makes a grand entrance. And she's talking to Luthen and says, "Oh, yes, I'm here to buy something for my husband."
And Luthen's like, "Oh, yes.
Yes, he's very
extravaganza."
Yes. Yeah, he's very flamboyant. He's playing the part, and he takes her to the back of the shop, and then they actually really talk shop. So they know, they know each other very well. Luthen knows that Mon Mothma is trying to start this rebellion. They need funding, right, to get things started. Maybe funding to pay other people to join their cause, and she just doesn't have it. She's just being watched by other politicians. The Imperial Senate is watching her.
Yeah, because everybody has eyes on everybody else.
Exactly.
That's why this is a spy thriller, because it's like everybody else is monitoring everybody else.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So
everyone's got eyes on each other, and that's the crazy part.
Yeah, and it's a big deal for her, and she's not able to get the funding that they're looking for. But they still have to play the game, and she comes out with something to buy for her husband, and she takes off, and she's not happy that she wasn't able to, make any type of transaction there. But it is what it is. All right, so let's go on to the next character. So we're going to talk about Dedra Meero. All right.
Yes,
Dedra Meero.
I don't know if it's Dedra or Dedra. I think it's Dedra.
It could be Dedra Meero. Okay. The actor who plays Dedra.
Yes. We've met her actually. Denise Go. Very nice person.
Yes, she is. We were very fortunate to interview with her. So we also have a description about her character. So we see her on Coruscant. We see Coruscant again, right?
Yep.
And she's heading to the ISB headquarters for a meeting. So this is how her character is described. So this is Tony Gilroy. So he's one of the writers on the show, and says that she is a really hardcore advocate of the ISB. She is relentless. She is inspired. She has deep insights into what the rebellion might be thinking and what they might be doing next, anticipating their behaviors. And you want to read this? This is from Toby Haynes. Sorry.
The ISB are the worst of the worst. They get their spies everywhere, and they're listening to everybody and putting all the pieces together. Dedra's fighting her way up through this male-dominated organization into a pivotal role. She's ruthless, she's fiercely intelligent, and she's uncompromising.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Ouch!
So yeah, that gives you some backstory on the character, and to hear it from the actor herself, Denise Go, she says that Dedra would do anything for the cause, and so much of the time she's looking around feeling like a lot of her colleagues are very mediocre. For me, although she's on the side of the villains, this is the actor Denise talking. She's on the side of the villains. She's also evangelical in her belief in the Empire. And in common with all great villains, she has this absolute belief of what she's doing is right, no matter what she does, and she does some seriously reprehensible things.
Uh-oh.
So
I wonder what seriously reprehensible entails.
Well, we don't know, but that's something we can look forward to. But so we see her.
Though? It seems like everybody in the show's got skeletons in their closet. I'm intrigued.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you saw this scene, where she's in corporate headquarters, it is very corporate. Right, it does feel like a a business meeting. Absolutely. And you have this leader of the ISB, and he's very sharp. He's got everybody in line. He found out about what happened on the corporate planet.
So you remember last episode when we talked about the N9 Star Path unit?
Yes. That was it.
N1 or N9. Yeah. Well, Cassian didn't manage to get it, but the ISB surveyed the scene and they managed to get it. So after that, now Dedra's got her hands on it, but she's trying to keep custody of it because Blevin wants it too, even though it's in Dedra's department.
Right. It is a part of her jurisdiction. But so what she wants to do is investigate the Star Path, and which is probably going to mean for her to actually go to Ferrex and get more information, maybe question some people.
Yeah, question some locals, maybe Bix.
Exactly. So she wants this assignment. And Blevin is shutting her down. He's saying, well, you just got here. You've only been here a year. You need to, one thing he said that was very interesting, he said, you need to stay to the ladder before you climb up it, so he finds her as being too ambitious.
He got some snarky remarks like that.
Yeah, that's what she's dealing with.
Somebody should put him in his place.
So
probably Dedra.
Right. And what they did was they went to their boss, and the boss made a decision that Blevin is going to be the one handling what happened at Prima Lana with the corporate security.
But Dedra's going to backdoor that.
Oh, of course, yeah, right. She's not going to take no for an answer.
But so let's take a break for Q&A.
Yeah, let's see who's here. Alex, thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in.
Hello there.
All right. Okay, let me see. Alex, great point, Keith. Not enough time for rest. The part where my Mothma says she's being watched reminds me of a quote I've heard about different dictatorships. The walls have ears. I like that. Yeah. Okay. I like that. All right. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for that. Yeah, just very good. Okay. Producer, you're pointing down. I don't know what you're trying to tell us. Okay. Well, we were just about to announce Katie Langer. All right, Katie, thank you. All right, Katie, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining us. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. All right. He said, oh, Keith. All right. So let's get back to the story. All right. So we were talking about Dedra. She was being shut down, and she went to her boss, and her boss said, no, I want you to handle this. You have these reports that are due. Let Blevin handle Prima Lana. That's fine. Now, speaking of corporate security, let's talk about our friend Cyril.
Oh, yes. Yeah. He's unemployed. Remember what I said? His face was the face of unemployment? Yes. Now it's true.
Yes. So what happened to Cyril? It was described as a downfall. He had a significant downfall. Absolutely, he did.
Yes, because he walked around looking preppy. Now he walks around with a suitcase in his hand.
Yeah. So speaking of Blevin, it's
Oh yeah, he
Cyril
was the
and
one
his
who officially fired them.
exactly. It was Cyril, his boss, and then the lieutenant, or
Yeah, and his
the
boss was like,
sergeant
"I had
actually. The
nothing to
three,
do with this."
right? The three of them are standing in front of Blevin. The boss man says, "I wasn't even there. Like I had nothing to do with it." And Blevin said, "Yes, exactly right. That is why you're here." So apparently they were all let go. Marlana is now a part of, well, the ISB will now handle that section, that sector of Marlana. It looks like corporate security might be just out of business entirely in that sector.
Yep.
And we see a scene of Cyril in his civilian clothes, and he's got these suitcases.
He's walking home to his mom, and his mom slaps him across the face and then hugs him. And I'm like,
yeah,
why would you slap someone and then hug them?
Well, okay.
But she was really disappointed in him because of the stunt he pulled.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, right. So, if you're from my generation, it just reminds me when he has these suitcases and he's walking, I'm thinking of Felix Unger walking over to Oscar Madison's home, the Odd Couple. Yeah, it's a Odd Couple story. But anyway, so he gets to the front door and he knocks on the door and his mother's there, and you're right, and she, is not happy with him, and she brings him in. I don't know. So for some reason, their relationship, to me, I want more of it. I want more of it right now. I think there may be some type of sitcom that we can get out of Cyril and his mom. But
imagine that.
Yeah,
the star couple.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see more of them. But that's that's Cyril. And let's
let's head back to Mon Mothma.
Mon Mothma. All right. So this was very interesting.
With her husband.
Yes.
Her husband, Perrin.
Perrin, yes.
Kind of a funny name.
Yeah, first time meeting her husband.
Yes. So I had no clue she had a husband. Probably for a reason. But he went behind her back and invited governors and politicians to have dinner that night. And Mon Mothma had no clue. And she's not happy. And Perrin's like, must everything be boring and sad? This whole episode seemed like some diplomatic drama.
Yes, absolutely. It does feel that way. Yeah, it's very dramatic. Yeah, I understand that. I get the impression that Mon Mothma is not, for good reasons, I guess. She's trying to create this rebellion behind the scenes, and her husband probably knows nothing about it, so she's keeping it a secret.
Yeah, like I said, everybody's got skeletons in their closets.
Right. And she, being a senator, knows politicians and know who to trust and who not to trust. And maybe Perrin I don't think he's a politician, but maybe he has political aspirations. I don't know. It seems to me that if you were going to invite these big governors or political persons to dinner, to meet, there's got to be a reason for it. Like maybe you're trying to get into their good graces so that maybe you can
theories about this guy too.
What are your theories?
Like, I don't know about you guys, but he seems a little sus. No, I'm kidding. But he does seem suspicious as far as, why would you invite politicians and people to your wife's house without her knowing and giving her notice that same night, as if you were trying to jump it on her?
Yeah.
What's up with that? Because typically people don't do that unless they're trying to cover for something.
Yeah, again, I think he is looking to maybe get involved in politics, and maybe this is the way to do it, by, inviting them over to dinner, being nice to them.
Notes.
Yeah, right. Taking notes, trying to find out who the power players are in politics. So
Q plus got a theory from Alex.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break for Q&A real quick. So Q plus, could Mon Mothma's husband possibly be an Imperial spy too?
How about that? You don't know. That's a very good point.
You don't know. Because everybody's going behind everybody else's back.
Right.
Everybody's got these fake ideas. Like Cassian is Clem now. Luthen is apparently some flamboyant senator or whatever rank he has. We know nothing about this Vel person. And now we got Perrin, who's probably a spy.
You can't trust anybody. I mean, even someone as close to that would be very interesting if he
can't make this up.
Yeah.
You can't make this up.
Well, that.
Well, I mean, you can't make this up, but it's
being made up right now, right? That's why we're watching. But that's actually very intriguing. That here, Mon Mothma is trying to create a rebellion, and her husband unknowingly is working for the Empire, and
could be.
I think that would be pretty awesome. I would love to see that.
You know what else?
Yeah,
I'm thinking. Remember, Tim or whatever his name was.
Tim, poor Tim. Rest in peace, Tim.
R.I.P.
Yes, R.I.P.
But he was,
yeah,
he was sort of a spy too, because he not like professional spy, but he reported Cassian. He turned my man in like cold shoulder.
Yeah, but in that case, if we're talking about Tim, that's for personal reasons.
Because he wanted Cassian to leave him and Bix alone.
That's exactly right. Yeah, it really had nothing to do with the Empire. But remember your microphone. But yeah, so Tim, yeah, he didn't think it through.
No,
he did not. He did not think it through.
You got to think through your decisions before you do something like I don't know, turn in your girlfriend's friend.
Yeah. So he's now one with the spice. Okay. It happens. All right. That's a joke.
We're doing that again.
Yeah. It's don't worry. If you don't get the joke, that just
watch that Boba Fett episode. It was episode 5, I believe.
It's a joke.
Watch that.
Okay.
You'll get the joke.
All right. Well, thank you. Do we have any other?
Or 6.
Okay. So let's finish up. All right. So what I want to say about their relationship.
8 actually. It was episode 8.
What I want to say about Mothma and Perrin. I don't know if they really get along. I don't get the impression that they are on the same page. I mean, it's hard to say, just by first glance.
That's not the first impression you get when your wife comes home from work and you're like, hey, by the way, I booked like some governors and some politicians to come up. It's nothing. Sit down. Have some food.
Yeah. She really seemed very upset.
Vader, I got her here. What was that? Oh, nothing. Just talking to later. Yeah, I'm thinking about later. I got some plans. Time to go.
Hang up, right? Yeah. She was very angry when she found out about this dinner, and
I would be too.
Yeah, and she even walked away and said, "Well, that present I got you, I'm taking it back." Sometimes
I'm returning this to
right.
The store.
I don't know if she meant that. Of course, when people are angry, they say things they don't mean. But it's.
By the way, that joke was from episode 7.
Okay, that's fine.
I finally remembered it was 7.
All right, that's cool.
Final clarification.
Okay, all right. I'm sure people.
LOL, one with the spice joke is great.
All right. Okay, I think that covered the episode. Did we miss anything?
Anything else?
No, I think that's it. Is any time for Q&A? Okay.
I think we answered all the questions.
Okay. All right. So what are we looking to see in episode 5?
Anybody got some predictions before we sign off?
Well, I'm thinking, okay, so we're definitely going to figure out how this plan is going to work with trying to invade this Imperial army and get this money. But hey, it's, we're meeting 6 characters that we don't know anything about. We hope that they'll make it out. We know Clem's going to be fine. Cassian will be fine, but everyone else is fair game.
Probably too. And Mon Mothma, we know she'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm just referring to the group, who is going to, break into this Imperial section and steal the money and fight the army. I don't know how that's going to get done. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, there's probably going to be one.
remind you that actually this past week we
posted some new interviews.
Yeah, we have some new interviews. Pete Fletzer, we had a conversation with Pete. He's a very nice guy.
A very well-known person in the podcasting area.
Yes, he is, yes.
The Podfather.
He's called the Podfather, right? So if you have not checked out that interview, it is available now. We also have coming up, we have
Claudia Gray.
We have Claudia Gray. Yeah.
The well-known author.
Right.
So we'll have her interview posted very soon.
Yes, that'll be available.
We'll keep you posted.
In a couple of days. All right. Where can people find us, Keith?
Oh, don't forget about our new shorts collection. So we have actually started taking shorts from some of our old videos, as well as making some new shorts for you guys to post on our channel. So please do check those out as well. You might see them when you're, on YouTube Shorts scrolling through memes, or you might see them when you're looking for a new post on our channel. So please check out our new shorts collection.
Yes. And Katie wrote, I need to catch up on my Andor episodes. Katie, look, if you're into, and it doesn't even have nothing to do with Star Wars, you don't have to be interested in Star Wars. I think this series, if you like series that are political drama, like a spy thriller, if you're into those kind of series, I think this will be a great one to watch.
To think of an analogy.
You don't have to be a Star Wars fan, because
the credits, like how Cassian's supposed to get paid for breaking into this Imperial section, and then you have the Bond part, which is like everybody else in the show.
Yes, the escapes.
the
getting away,
huge breaks,
right?
Smash and grabs.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of that, and just people, you just don't know who to trust, and I think that's the exciting part of watching this series, right? So, like I said, all brand new characters, majority of them. We're all in for a ride. Star Wars fans or not, So this is a very good series. So we do recommend it. All right. So if that is it, thank you for.
That's what makes it so great.
Intriguing. Right, exactly. And like I said, whether you're a fan of Star Wars or not, doesn't matter. Sounds awesome. Yes, Katie, if you could check it out, please do. But
you might want to watch the episodes, though. We don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, that's.
So everybody out there, watch these episodes, and then tune in for our review of episode 5, as well as our new She-Hulk video for our review of episode 7. She-Hulk's coming to a close soon.
That's right. Episode 7 tomorrow. All right. Our live stream for She-Hulk is tomorrow.
Wake up in the morning.
That's right. Exactly. So tune in for that. That's another series. We have no idea where it's going, but it looks
Daredevil
like
cameo looks like it's coming soon.
Yeah, it's coming soon. We don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or episode 8, but we know it's coming. So we just got to be patient. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, then that is it. So thank you very much once again for tuning into this episode spoiler review of Aldhani. All right. Andor episode 4. Take care, and we will see you again.